Could the arrest this week of an accused sexual kidnapper be the break cops need to solve the case of missing Jessica Haringa?
Get the water, take a drink.
Jessica vanished. Cops say they think the single mom was abducted, but they don't know who might have done it or where she might be. Jessica was working alone at this gas station in Norton Shores, a bedroom community on the shore of Lake Michigan. Jessica's mother, Shelley, tells our Grand Rapids affiliate WXMI she always worried about her daughter's safety.
And I was so worried. I mean, that was like our conversation every time I would go up there.
Police say it appeared to be a routine night until a guy in a silver minivan parks behind the building. That's the van in this surveillance video from the cameras at the pumps. The gas station manager and her husband just happened to be driving by and told cops something just didn't seem right.
What they saw was a male figure at the rear of the van with the back hatch open. The figure shut the hatch door and then quickly opened it back up again. It appeared to them that he was moving something inside the van, like adjusting something.
Police say the manager and her husband watched, first thinking that Jessica might be stealing.
So when they saw this person behind the store, he did not see the door open, did not see Jessica.
Crime Watch Daily's Billy Jensen explains why it is so difficult to track that van down.
She was looking at a car that was a silver Chrysler Town & Country minivan. There's 15,000 of those minivans in Michigan alone. That's not even counting the surrounding states.
Sometime after 11 p.m., a customer walked in, didn't see anyone working, and called 911. When cops arrived, Jessica was gone. In the back room, investigators found her jacket and her purse containing over $400. The cash register was untouched. The trash can was by the door.
This wasn't a robbery, but outside they do find one clue, and it's a little stain, a little drop of blood, and they test it, and it turns out that it's Jessica's blood. And that could have meant that she was ambushed when she was going outside, perhaps to open up the door to take out the garbage, and she was struck potentially over the head and then dragged into this van and then taken away.
Police mounted a massive search using helicopters and canines, but the trail went cold, and so has the case. The lead detective thinks Jessica is still alive, and she's being held against her will.
Nobody's found a body or remains or clothing or anything else of evidence to suggest that Jessica is deceased. I have to go on the assumption and belief that she is still alive somewhere.
While there were security cameras outside, there were none inside, which might have captured the abduction. Jessica's mom, Shelley, testified before Michigan legislators demanding a law requiring gas stations install cameras inside to protect employees working alone.
If you have a daughter, a sister, thank God that they're still with you.
Detectives reportedly have at least a half dozen possible persons of interest. One might be this guy, Brad Mason, suspected of kidnapping and sexually assaulting two women resembling Jessica. Almost a year after Jessica vanished, Kalamazoo cops shot and killed Mason as they tried to arrest him in connection with those kidnappings. Take a good look at Mason and the police sketch of the guy in the silver minivan.
A lot of people think that Brad Mason, who has a history of sexual assault, was on the sex offender registry. A lot of people think that he could have been the reason for Jessica's disappearance. The lead detective in the case believes Jessica could still be alive, but if Brad Mason is dead, where's Jessica?
And a dramatic new development. Just this week, cops arrest a different kidnapped suspect who drives a silver van. Jeffrey Willis is charged with the kidnapping of a 16-year-old girl. Prosecutors say Willis had a secret compartment in his van containing handcuffs, syringes, and a liquid they say might be a sedative. The prosecutor says he's looking into whether Willis could be connected to the unsolved murder of another young woman, Rebecca Bletch, shot on the road while she was jogging.
Investigators are following up leads that lead to connections to not only Jessica Haringa, but also Rebecca Bletch. Those leads are being done and being taken very, very seriously.
I understand that everybody's looking for that link. Everybody wants myself or someone to come out and say, yes, we have that link, we've made that nexus. We have not.
Willis is being held on $1 million bail. It's now been 3 years since Jessica disappeared. Her little boy is growing up. He's 6.5 and misses his mom terribly. Jessica's grandmother misses her too.
We miss her terribly, and all we want is to have her home.
For more on these stunning developments, we're joined by Fox 17 anchor Derek Francis. Derek, who is Jeffrey Willis? Prosecutors are admitting, law enforcement confirming, that they are possibly linking him to the murder of Rebecca Bletch and the disappearance of Jessica Herringa.
Well, what they have said to us is right now they do not have any concrete evidence that they think directly links him to those cases of those two missing women, although they also have admitted that right now there is enough information to investigate him further into the possibility of those two incidents of one woman who was shot on the side of the road, the other woman who is still missing. In the proximity of these alleged crimes is very close, all within the same county of each other. So yes, police are admitting.
Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. So we know he had a court date. How did he plead? What happens next?
Well, he will be in court again within the next week or so. He is now facing one charge of kidnapping, one charge of assault with a dangerous weapon, and 2 felony firearms. He has not pleaded yet to anything, but of course he will be back in court in the judicial system very soon again.
Thank you so much, Derek Francis, for the update. Startling developments. For all the latest in this case, keep it on Crime Watch Daily.